Hello everyone. In this video today we're going to be taking a look at an article from Reuters written by Mark Vartabedian. Hope I'm not butchering that too bad. Tesla developing self-driving tech for semi-truck, wants to test in Nevada. Now, before we get into this, don't get me wrong, I understand the concept of automation, and in certain cases I have no problems with it going on. In others, I do, because this type of automation, this isn't Musk being, you know, the noble benefactor that he's being, you know, that he's portrayed to be. Okay, he's far from that in this case, which he really isn't a noble benefactor, you know, to mankind like people want to portray him as with anything else he does, because all of his endeavors, they're all done with government money, and then he's pocketing profits because of the fact of said government money. He's not putting his own money in like an entrepreneur, or raising venture capital like an entrepreneur would in most cases. He goes and takes a handout from the government. That's why Tesla is still, you know, was able to start up as a company, why it has been able to grow, is because of that corporate welfare from the government. SpaceX, it's same thing. And the thing is, it's looking to basically come in and privatize NASA while running its own private program. So it's basically developing this technology with government money, and it's going to profit from it. That's not noble. This is the same type of situation. See, he's looking at a situation where he can literally enter a market and take it over and make a killing. This has nothing to do with making the roads safer or the transportation of goods better or anything like that. Okay? This is about, he saw a market, okay? The transportation of goods cross country. One that literally employs pretty much the most Americans out of any other profession out there. And he's looking to corner the market with self-driving technology. And oh god, long distance electric semi-trucks. That right there, an electric long haul semi-truck, is an oxymoron type thing. No different than military intelligence. Because in order to make something as big and as heavy that hauls as much weight as a semi-truck, you would basically, and this is just a layman here, blatant ass guessing, looking at the fact of where electric technology is on the note of cars. You would have to have a good section of the trailer filled with batteries. Or you'd have to have a truck that stops every few hundred miles, if that, and recharges, which they can't recharge an electric vehicle quickly. So basically, we have a situation here that you know, if you look at it, but going past the surface, is fucking sketchy. San Francisco, Tesla Inc. is developing a long-haul electric semi-truck that can drive itself and move in platoons that automatically follow a lead vehicle, and is getting closer to testing a prototype, according to an email discussion of potential road tests between the car company and the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles, seen by Reuters. Now, the thing is, so they're calling it platoons because they don't want to call it a convoy, because then if they call it a convoy, you think back to, say, you know, someone from my generation, older, even younger, you think back to Smokey and the Bandit, and you think back to all those long-haul truck drivers driving around earning a living, and it humanizes it. So let's call it a platoon, because, oh, we can't put a human face on this, because the actual detriment to the United States economy and the livelihoods of an extremely large number of individuals, okay, fucking with their livelihood, which this isn't something that's going to make people want, you know, Tesla to be able to do this. Meanwhile, California officials are meeting with Tesla on Wednesday to talk about Tesla's efforts with autonomous trucks, says DMV spokeswoman Jessica Gonzalez told writers. State D, okay. That right there is just, I figured they would have started out in California. I mean, they're going to talk about Tesla's efforts. So, why would they go to Nevada first? Could it be that they want to keep this out of the visual perception of other people? You know, the out of the visual range of what they'll see? Because, you know, if you don't see it, it isn't there. That's, I think, what they're trying to look at. The correspondence and meetings show that Tesla is putting self-driving technology into the electric truck it has said it plans to unveil in September, and is advancing towards real-life tests, potentially moving it forward in a highly competitive area of commercial transport, also being pursued by Uber Technologies, Inc. and Alphabet, Inc.'s Waymo. So here's the thing. You have these, because Elon Musk is a globalist, okay? Alphabet, Inc., George Soros, he is the HNIC of globalists. All right? And he owns a good chunk of Alphabet Inc., which owns Google, which is, you know, as we know as of late, a complete leftist echo chamber. But, yeah, all of these companies are looking. Okay, now Uber, what they're looking to do is they're looking to have their being like, you know, the long-haul truck idea of cargo hauling, where it's like the idea of, you know, something gets sent to Uber goes and you know, you have a long-haul truck driver that's working for Uber's now taking a cut. So now instead of this guy working for himself, or, oh God, I can't think of what it's called, but when you have a group of truckers working together, a cooperative, basically. And they get jobs that way, and they divvy up jobs that way, and they use the cooperative as a bargaining means to get work. So basically, you have Musk here, the globalist, looking to get rid of the driver altogether and wipe out one of the largest employment bases in this country. You have Alphabet Inc. with Waymo looking to do the same thing. I'm going to be guessing. I'm going to have to go and look up Waymo. But if it's an Alphabet Inc. thing, it's not good for the people. It's good for globalism. It's good for the uber rich and their bottom line. Yeah. So the thing is now, Uber, like I said, that they're looking more at the fact of they want to come in and basically get a cut of the long haul like the Teamsters. And I'm guessing, oh God, if push comes to shove, the Teamsters will revert to old ways. People from Uber will be disappearing. Maybe they'll find out where Hoff is buried, because that might actually happen to any of these people, because you don't want to fuck with the Teamsters and long-haul trucking. You really don't. Unless you're fucking paying them off. You don't. And that's one thing here, okay? At least with Uber, there would be humans in the equation. I highly doubt Alphabet, where Google's doing self-driving, Elon Musk is doing self-driving, Elon Musk is trying to basically take over. I don't see them doing anything that's going to benefit with the fact of, you know, having a person in there that's getting paid. After announcing intentions a year ago to produce a heavy-duty electric truck, Musk tweeted in April that the semi-truck would be revealed in September and repeated that commitment at the company's annual shareholders meeting in June. But he has never mentioned any autonomous driving capabilities. Well, Musk tends to keep a few things to himself, so that way he can go, oh, look at this. This is something we came up with. And the people go, ooh and ah. It's a plan. That's all it is. Tesla has been a leader in developing self-driving technology for its luxury cars, including the lower-priced Model 3, which it is beginning to manufacture. Big freaking whoop. They got some self-driving technology. It's not exactly, you know, a great thing. I mean, people get lazy. You use the self-driving technology, you're in less control. I mean, honestly, they push this like it's a good thing, and I don't see how it. And it's not like I'm thinking Terminator, end of the world, or anything like that. I don't want people to think that that's what I'm looking at with this. All right, but I don't see how it's a good thing to take the human equation out of something, because the way that they have the thing planned is self-driving cars are all going to talk to each other. They're all going to relay different types of data. So when it comes down to a collision where it has to, in the artificial intelligence between the, say, two vehicles in an imminent collision, it's going to calculate who has a life that's worth more and who has a life that's worth less. And it will do what it can in the accident to ensure the life of the person who the technology deems more worthy. It will basically try to do everything to improve their rate of survival. I mean, they've even admitted this. You know, so you've got a fucked up situation when you have 18-wheelers driving around automated. Well, all right, I'm going to plow through an intersection here. Do I hit the vehicle full of nuns, or do I hit the vehicle with the CEO in it? Now, how is it going to deem who has more worth? I mean, because the CEO financially has more worth, but the nuns, they have way more worth on the note of their selflessness and their spirituality. So this is never going to benefit us how we would want as a general populace. Because do you want to be the one to find out at the last second you ain't going to be the one to survive? I mean, you're going along, you see that you and another automated car are about to have an imminent collision, and your vehicle, you realize, is sacrificing you. What are your last words going to be? Fuck me? I mean, come on now. Silicon Valley companies developing autonomous driving technology are working on long-haul trucks. They see the industry as a prime early market for the technology, citing the relatively consistent speeds and little cross-traffic trucks face on interstate highways and the benefits of allowing drivers to rest while trucks travel. I call bullshit. I call complete fucking bullshit with the last part there. No, the fucking plan is to take the person out of the equation completely. Not have them passed out in the fucking sleeper If you believe, if you believe the intent is to make it so that the truck can keep moving while the driver rests, you're a fucking moron. Pardon my language, but you're a fucking moron. How stupid do these fucking people think the average person is? Seriously. Let's make it sound like this isn't going to destroy the largest employment base, like base of employers, because you have, you have independent truckers, but you have companies that do long haul. You have, the cooperatives. So, between self-employment and employment by others, okay, this is the largest employer. And they're trying to make it sound like they're going to keep people fucking employed. No, they are literally looking at wiping out the jobs of over half of those employed in this country. That's some fucked up shit. And they don't want to alert people to this because, heaven forbid, they wake up to this fucking fact. They might be able to push back and say, whoa, 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 wait one fucking minute. You are not going to put over half of America out of a fucking job. Which is the intent of this. But Reuters is trying to make this sound like it's a fucking good thing. Some companies are also working on a technology for platooning a driving formation where trucks follow one another closely. If trucks at the back of the formation were able to automatically follow a lead vehicle, that could cut the need for drivers. Ha! See again. That's not the plan. And what they're talking about with platooning is having a convoy. Think back to Smokey and the Bandit. They're talking about having a convoy like that, except you're not going to have people driving those trucks. Okay? It's going to be artificial intelligence behind the wheel of every single one of them. Even the lead vehicle. Because this goes to show how stupid, how dense they really think their readership is. Because everything about autonomous self-driving cars is that they are going to drive themselves, period. No human interaction. Yet they want people to believe that there's going to be human interaction in this case. And I love how they basically are like, oh, well, this won't affect, they're trying to imply, well, this isn't going to affect truck drivers in the paragraph above. They'll get to sleep. Well, the truck keeps on going. Think about how much more efficient it'll be. But then you go to the next paragraph, and they're literally talking about how there would be a bunch of trucks in a convoy with supposedly a driver in the front, which I call bullshit on that one as well. You will not need any drivers if Musk and Alphabet get their fucking way. Shit. At least Uber, you got people doing the fucking work. Mind you, they're trying to pull what the Teamsters fucking pull and take control of the fucking market and get a cut of it. But you'd still have people. Silicon Valley startup Peloton Technology, for example, is working with several truck makers, including Volvo, on its platooning system, which it sees as a precursor to autonomy. But see, now they slip in autonomy. Self-driving 18-wheelers, over half of America unemployed, the economy in a fucking shitstorm as a result. But, oh yeah, let's make this sound like a good fucking thing. Good job, Reuters. Good job there, dude, with the hard-pronounced last fucking name. Tesla's high-flying shares, up almost 70% this year, closed down at 0.5% at 363 on NASDAQ, but rose slightly after hours. And I never understood this either. You got a company that's surviving more on that's taking corporate welfare. Okay, it's got its hand out, going, give me money, give me money, give me money. But yet, the the investors, as in stockholders, why aren't they paying for this shit? Because to me, if you get rid of the corporate welfare from the government, you get rid of the fucking hype, you actually make Tesla pay their own fucking way, their stock would be worth a hell of a lot fucking less. I mean, 363.53 for a company that cannot actually compete on the open fucking market. How the fuck is that possible? Oh, that's right. People are fucking morons when it comes to the stock market and don't understand simple concepts like, oh, don't invest in a company that really is shit. Ha! Because Tesla, you actually look at its bottom line. The fact that it's on corporate welfare. The fact that it cannot really mass produce a product. The fact that if it did not have the government help that it does, it could not survive on a level playing field in an open market. You look at all that. The fucking stock shouldn't be worth 53 cents, never mind $363.53. Prototype tests. An email exchange in May and June between Tesla and Nevada DMV representatives included an agenda for a June 16 meeting, along with the Nevada Department of Transportation to discuss testing of 2 prototype trucks in Nevada, according to the exchange seen by Reuters. Well, alright. To ensure that we are on the same page, our primary goal is the ability to operate our prototype test trucks in a continuous manner across the state line and within the state of Nevada and California in a platooning and or autonomous mode without having a person in the vehicle, Tesla regulatory official Nassar Zamini wrote to Nevada DMV official April Sanborn. He made no reference to any dates for potential road tests. So now they're basically admitting they want to run these things in convoys, okay, or by themselves, and have them drive across state lines. So that I'm betting they're looking at, having something, say, start out in LA or something like that, and actually going a good distance, into Nevada from that point, with no human intervention, which is just going to put a nail in the coffin, which is what Elon Musk wants for long-haul truckers. Seriously. I mean, you're having the thing drive by itself. Oh, well, you're pushing this narrative here with Reuters. Oh, well, it's not going to wipe out the human involvement. Well, they can drive while the person's sleeping. Bullshit. They'll be sleeping all right. They'll be sleeping either on the fucking street, on someone's couch, or in a bed that someone else in their family's paying for because they don't have a fucking job anymore. No companies yet have tested self-driving trucks in Nevada without a person in the cab. On July 10, Zamini inquired further to the Nevada DMV about terms for a testing license. An email seen by Reuters shows. California DMV spokeswoman Gonzalez said that Tesla had requested a meeting on Wednesday to introduce new staff and talk about Tesla's efforts with autonomous trucks. She said that the DMV was not aware of the level of autonomy in the trucks. So, here we are. You have Nevada. They've never let this happen, where they would let a truck without a person behind the wheel. California, they didn't even talk to them beforehand about it. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just throw it on them when we get there. This should make people think, huh. It really should. Tesla declined to comment on the matter, referring Reuters to the previous statement by Musk, who had discussed the truck in tweets and at the annual shareholder meeting. Nevada officials confirmed the meeting with Tesla had occurred and said that Tesla had not applied for a license so far. They declined to comment further. Well, they don't want. They'll say that they had the meeting, but they're not going to go into detail about the meeting. But here's the thing: you are talking about a state government entity. They are accountable to the public. So if the public wants to know, they have to kind of give you that information. Tesla and Musk can go fuck themselves. When we have a right to know. Skeptics. Musk has said that potential customers are eager to get a Tesla electric long-haul truck, but he faces doubt that the company can deliver. Well, established trucking... Well, of course, because they know the technology. That's why there's doubt. Because people know the fucking technology. You are talking about something that, like I said, or at least I think I said, because I've actually tried recording this. But anyways, you're talking for this to for a long haul truck to be able to carry the amount of batteries it would need to do long haul, to be comparative to a diesel. You're looking at more batteries than you can put tucked away in every place possible on a semi-truck frame. Which you got to look at the weight, because batteries weigh a ton. A semi-truck weighs, a ton figuratively. It's a lot of weight. On a truck, on that, it could be 2,000 pounds to get at least a decent range. I mean, you are literally looking at something that's not practical. While established trucking companies and truck manufacturing startups have poured resources into electrifying local package delivery fleets, battery range limitations have largely kept the industry from making electric trucks that travel across swaths of the country. Exactly. What you would have is a situation where a truck can maybe go for 100, 200 miles. Maybe they cram a few more batteries in. But you're looking at a few hundred miles. Then it's got to sit there and recharge, because there's no way to quick charge. Then, after that long stay to charge, it's back on the road again. Whereas with a diesel-powered 18-wheeler, with a diesel-powered semi, oh, I'm running low on fuel. Okay, let's pull off, hit the truck stop, and fill up both saddle tanks. Back on the road again. Lithium-ion battery researcher Venkat Viswanthan of Carnegie Mellon University said electric long-haul trucking is not economically feasible yet. Huh. Okay, so you have someone here who actually knows the technology of the batteries, and he's like, well, it ain't gonna fucking work. But yet people are going, Musk, woohoo, yeah, that's what we need. See, this is what's fucked up. This is how stupid people are with Musk and freaking Tesla. And it's a good example of why the stock is as high as it is, because people are fucking morons that listen to him. Your cargo essentially becomes the battery. Thank you. I hadn't read this article. I figured I would do the read-through. I read the first, paragraph and went, oh yeah, this is going to be something I'm doing a video on. And just by my layman's understanding, which I do have a little bit of a technical understanding of it with that layman part, I realize that you're looking at your trailer is going to basically be your freaking batteries. Vishwan said, of the massive batteries that would be needed, I love that. Your cargo essentially becomes a battery, Vishwan said, of the massive batteries that would be needed to make the range competitive with diesel. So what you would need is one of those setups where you got a trailer behind a trailer. So you need a trailer of batteries, and then you could hook another trailer up behind that. Diesel trucks used for cross-country hauls by United Parcel Service, Inc. can travel up to 500 miles on a single tank, according to UPS Director of Maintenance and Engineering, International Operations, Scott Filippi. By comparison, the company's electric local package delivery trucks travel up to 80 miles on a full charge. Now, the thing is, with this, okay, they're saying a single tank. What they're not telling you, like I said, they've got dual saddle tanks. So, it would make it look even worse for Elon Musk and Tesla with this. And heaven forbid, Reuters can't do that. Because if they actually said that it can travel up to 1,000 miles on a fill-up, people would be like, wow. Which is what a long-haul truck can do. And if you do that, I'm sure now that I'm looking at this, I'm betting they went, yeah, you would actually need the whole trailer of batteries for a 500-mile haul. And they went, oh, shit. And that's where they came up with this thing. Because, yeah, that actually makes more sense. So I think they're being a little dishonest here. If you read this and think about it. Because they up to 500 miles on a single tank. Trucks don't have 18-wheelers, semi-trucks. They don't have single tanks. Why would you specifically choose that when you're talking about the whole traveling distance of an electric truck? And your paragraph right before it is saying that your cargo essentially becomes the battery. I'm guessing there's a little sleight of hand here, because if it is the fact that you'd need a whole semi-trailer full of batteries for 500 miles, that totally fucking destroys what Musk is trying to do. And what he's trying to do is go, give me money, give me money, give me money. Uncle Sam, give me money. You know what? I need money, Uncle Sam, so I can develop this technology and I can wipe out over half of the employment in this country. I mean, they're spinning this shit for him. This is fucking disgusting. Anyways, this is the end of the line here. I think I'm going to call it quits with this video because we've gone through it. I don't have anything else to say. So if you like the video, definitely hit a thumbs up. If you like my content, subscribe. If you want to be alerted to it, ring the bell. I know with what's going on right now with Google, you might not get alerted to it, but at least the effort's worth it. Because who knows? Maybe the backlash from what they've been doing might give content creators a reprieve. But anyways, you all have a good one. I'm out of here.